Hello viewer, this is the lecture series on the material science and engineering. Today I will discuss about the materials for display devices. Here I will discuss about the very basic display being used as the cathode ray tube. Then we'll discuss about its advantages and the disadvantages, its constructional feature, the materials used, all those things will be discussed. Then we will switch over to the modern devices and the chronological advancement of the modern devices, like the LCD display, and then the step-by-step advancement of the LCD display to remove its disadvantages and to get the best out of the technology. Schematic of cathode ray tube. Fine electron beam is produced in electron gun, and this focused electron beam travels away from negatively biased cathode towards positively biased anode. So basically there will be an electron gun, then the beam will be focused, then there will be the deflection system, and this electron beam will impinge on the display screen. Scanning pattern of cathode ray tube electron beam. The electron beam scans from left to right and from top to bottom, refreshing every phosphor dot in a zigzag pattern. As shown in the schematic, there is in the left side of the cathode ray tube, there is the electron gun. So the red dot is the electron beam is produced inside this electron gun, and that is being focused by the focusing anode. And there will be the deflection plates, both vertical and horizontal in case of cathode ray oscilloscope tube, and in case of magnetic deflection type device, which are being used in the TV display device. So that will be discussed, and then the beam, after proper deflection by the required signal, that will impinge on the phosphor surface. Luminous spot will be there if there is no signal. So this screen is a phosphor coated screen, so electron beam will impinge on it and give the display, video display. So this is the very basic feature. So there will be a very good amount of electronic circuit. There will be the vertical deflection electronics. There will be the horizontal amplifier, horizontal deflection system. Then the basic signal will be provided in these two deflection plates. In case of the electrostatic deflection system, and in the magnetic deflection system, there will be the magnet coil, horizontal coil, and the vertical coil. These will be replaced by the magnet coils, and the signal will be given to those coils. Those are being used in the TV screen and in the computer monitor. This was the very basic monitor being used in the TV, being used in the computer display system. Cathode ray tube CRT monitor CRT monitor is a vacuum sealed flat face glass enclosure where the filament cathode produces a fine electron beam. It is usually indirectly heated cathode, and the electron beam travels towards the phosphor-coated biased screen to create a visible image. Inner surface of flat face contains millions of tiny red, green, and blue phosphor dot embedded on it for the color picture tube, and dots glow when electron beam hit on it. The energetic electrons, when fall on fluorescent screen, this screen glows due to emission of photon. What is phosphor? The coated dots, phosphor dots. What are those? Phosphor is a type of material. There is a series of materials that emits visible radiation in response to the impact of energetic electrons. When phosphor absorbs energy from some source, such as electron beam, it releases a portion of its energy in the form of light energy called fluorescence. This phenomenon and this mechanism is called fluorescence. In response to a sudden change in electron beam from on to off, the light emission does not decrease instantaneously. It is gradually reduces. So it lags behind. It cannot follow exactly at the same instant the electronic circuit and the electron beam impinge on the phosphor screen. Cannot. This is the cutaway view of the basic cathode ray tube, picture tube. This is the picture tube, magnetic reflection type of system in it. And in case of color cathode ray tube, picture tube, there will be 3 electron guns instead of 1 electron producing gun. There will be 3 electron guns. Those are red, green, and blue. And electron beam are produced from these 3 guns, and they are focused. Then they will travel towards the phosphorus screen and impinge on the coated dots. It's called the pixels. So you impinge on it, and different colors are coming out from it, and we see the resultant mixture of these 3 colors. So the internal construction is shown in figure. In the electron gun side is the very narrow part of the tube. There is the electron gun, and then is the electrical focusing and both magnetic focusing. This is the deflection coil, is the magnetic focusing type of system, and there is the mechanism for making a fine beam. So there is electrical focusing also. And left hand side, that is a part of the screen where the phosphor dots are embedded here. So is the blue beam impinge on at a well-defined dots. Then is the green beam and red beams like that. So electrons excite phosphor to glow. Electrons strike from the back. Phosphor is arranged in dots called pixels. Dot must ensure proper pixel to lead. So it will be finely aligned with the beam, and the different colors will come out of it. This is the cathode ray tube, both magnetic type and electrostatic deflection system we have described. Advantages of cathode ray tube. The brightness of cathode ray tube can easily be adjusted by varying electron beam energy. So it can be varied over a wide range. Various mixed colors are easily produced to meet natural reproduction of the images. Colors are mixed in certain proportion, and that will give us the natural reproduction. The quality of the image displayed on a cathode ray tube is superior to the LCD and plasma monitor because of the wide intensity range and very finely focused electron beam. This cathode ray tube monitor is to some way is better than the LCD and plasma monitors. Particularly contrast-wise, it is very high. The contrast feature of the cathode ray tube monitor are excellent. The cathode ray tube monitors have lower price rate than that of LCD display or plasma display. These are the advantages. What are the disadvantages of CRT? So that we have switched to the other display devices. Disadvantages are discussed here. CRT monitor have a big back. It is very bulky and occupy more space on the desk. They are heavy to pick up and carry around. Very heavy glass envelope, flat face is there, so that actually giving rise to a high weight, large weight. CRT operates at very high voltage and emits electromagnetic radiation. It causes health hazard for living cells. CRT emits a small amount of X-ray also, which can result in a health hazard. So both electromagnetic radiation and the X radiation, both are present. Constant refreshing of CRT display may result in headache. There is the display frame. So the electron beam moves from left to right and top to bottom. So there will be the frame which is changing with time, and there will be a synchronized rate of the change. So that creates some problem on the eye and causes headache. Within a CRT, a very good vacuum is produced. That is another very important feature. This is basically a vacuum sealed tube, and it may also sometimes result in an explosion, implosion, as because vacuum is there. So if it breaks sometime, so the air will rush into it and that causes implosion. For all these disadvantages, these technologists and scientists, they are thinking how to remove it. By this time that the liquid crystal came up. What is liquid crystal? These are most common LC material is a type of polysilicon. LCD is an electronically modulated optical device made up of any number of pixels filled with liquid crystal and arrayed in front of light source or reflector to produce images in color or monochrome. So there exist both monochrome and the color display panel. LCD display, it is a flat panel electronic visual display, is the outwardly mechanical properties. The video display works on the light modulating properties of liquid crystal. Liquid crystal cannot emit light directly. So there will be the change inside the liquid crystal, but it cannot emit light. There are two types of illumination depending upon the LCDs are categorized as the passive and the active matrix LCD. Monochrome passive matrix LCD were standard in most early laptops and other small display devices. It consisting of a grid of horizontal and vertical wires. At the intersection of each grid is an LCD element, that is the crystal is embedded there, which constitutes a single pixel, either letting light through it or blocking it. Sometimes it blocks the light and sometimes it allows the light. But this monochrome LCD display, this animation cannot be so sharp. It is mostly blurry. So this is the very basic external feature of LCD display. And the mechanism is basically the light modulating property of liquid crystal is responsible for this, and it cannot emit light. So some light should be provided to get the video information. That is the basic difference. It cannot produce video information as such. With the help of the external illuminating source, the video pictures and video signals are visible. LCD technology. Usually, this LCD technology uses a combination of fluorescent based backlight, fluorescent based backlight, and there is the color filter. Here it is visible, color filter. Sometimes it is transistor rated. The matrix of transistor is used with the liquid crystals, and liquid crystal to create illuminated images. So this fluorescent lights is used for the very basic, and at the beginning fluorescent tubes are being used. Then for getting the proper contrast and intensity, transistor rated devices are being used, and for the color display, these color LEDs and color filters are being used. These are mechanically outwardly at the components is the basic difference with the other devices. And the advantages, basic advantages are, these are used for the portable display device because it draws very small current. So it is being used in the notebook, small computer, pagers, phones, and other instruments. So there will be this green one is the liquid crystal layer, and then there will be two electrodes, positive and negative electrodes. That is for changing the polarization. Other than that, there will be polarizing film, and the light will be either generated at the face of the mirror, or from some other source the light will be reflected by the help of the mirror, and it is passing through the polarizing film. Then is the glass filter on both sides of the electrode that keeps the electrical isolation. Then is the two negative electrodes at the two sides of the crystal, liquid crystal. And then once again, finally is the polarizing film and the cover glass where this light impinge. So that will give us the video signal. What is the very basics of the liquid crystal? Liquid crystal display utilizes the electro-optical properties of the liquid crystal to convert an electrical signal to a video signal. So the electro-optical property means with the help of the electric field, its polarization can be changed. So it will sometimes allow the light to pass through it, sometimes it will prohibit. So liquid crystals are matter in a state that has properties of both conventional liquids and solid crystal. It has the both property of the liquid and property of the solids. Both are there. Because in case of the liquid, the crystals, it is very difficult to get the aligned crystals and others. But it has a combinational property. So this combinational property can be modulated with the help of the electrical signal. Liquid crystal can flow like a liquid, but its molecules may be oriented like a crystal. That is a very basic combinational property. It is like liquid and its molecules are oriented like crystal. What is the basic reason behind it? What are the mechanism is helping to give the resultant output of LCD to give the very good visual output? Point one is light can be polarized. So basically this light beam is used, and as because light can be polarized, so the polarization of light, that property of the light will be used here. The molecular arrangement or orientation of liquid crystal can be changed by electric field. That is another reason to make it working, is the electric field will change its arrangement, molecular arrangement, and this orientation of the liquid crystal. Liquid crystal can manipulate either transmit or block polarized light. So the light basically is a polarized light, and then with the help of the electric field, the liquid crystal, it orients its molecular arrangement so that sometime it will allow the polarized light to pass through it, and sometimes it will block. There are transparent substances that can conduct electricity. So there will be the transparent substances for conduction of the light and the conduction of electricity. So these are the very constructional feature of the LCD. And this liquid crystal, this slide shows the orientation of the crystal. In the solid, it is nicely oriented in a fashion. Then as it is approaching towards the liquid phase, So this liquid crystal orientation is changing as it is approaching smectic C, smectic A, then pneumatic phase, then is the liquid isotopic phase. So in the liquid isotopic phase, it is very much random. Before that also, it is getting slightly random, and previous to that, those are arranged and polarized one. So this is the sort of liquid crystal orientation, and this orientation pattern changes with the temperature from Tm to Tc. As this liquid crystal cannot give the light out from it, so always the helping light is needed. Either it will pass through some object, or it will be reflected by the mirror, or sometime it is the backlit LCD, where this LED backlit LED is on to supply the illumination. So LED backlit LCD display, what it is? There as usual is the liquid crystal in it, and both sides there will be the electrode for supplying the signal and getting to change the orientation of the liquid crystal, and then is the filter on both sides. But at the beginning or left side, there will be the position of the light emitting diodes. So basically light emitting diode will supply the illumination part, and there will be the display glass that is in the right side. So this is the total construction. A LED backlit LCD is a flat panel display which uses LED backlighting instead of the old cathode fluorescent CCFL backlighting. Initially, the CCFL backlighting are being used, otherwise one cannot see the LCD display. LED backlit display use the same TFT LCD, that is another feature was added. Each pixel, each cell of the liquid crystal are connected with the thin film transistor, and it gives several basic advantages feature. So this technology came in the middle. LED backlit display is the, in combination with TFT, is the latest one. I should say it's not like the most latest, but it is more or less, it is being used so far. So is the LED backlit displays use the same TFT LCD technologies as CCFL backlit displays. CCFL was replaced by LED for illumination, but offer reduced energy consumption. Though there is this combination, but it takes very little amount of energy, better contrast and brightness, greater color range. For that, this color LED are being used using expensive RGB LEDs, blue LEDs. Use of color phosphor or quantum dot is the most latest. QDEF, quantum dot enhancement film, that enhances the response time reduce the response time, causes more rapid response to changes in scene with dynamic backlight dimming, and photoresistive effect also. So this quantum dot enhancement film and the color phosphor reduce the response time. That was a basic disadvantage of the LCD display, but that is reduced, largely reduced. A television using such a combination of LED backlit with an LCD panel is called an LED TV. So LED backlit system, and as TFT came earlier to that, so this LED backlit LCD with TFT driven matrix, that panel is called the LED TV. So it's being used for the purpose of the TV display. LED backlit TFT LCD display. This TFT thing came afterwards, not at the beginning. That's why this is the constructional feature. Here, this TFT is there. This TFT is directly connected through a matrix with the basic blue LCD crystal. And after that is the color filter. Then after is the polarized filter. So these two polarized filter are one is before TFT, another is after color filter, and the backlight is from the LED. So here is this backlight thing is the LED, and just to suppress the background illumination, to enter into it, there will be a casing, and there will be a cover glass through which we will see the picture at the left side. So these are the very basic construction. Active matrix LCD. Active matrix LCD depends on thin film transistor, as I already mentioned. Is thin film active matrix LCD means there will be the thin film transistor, and all the LCD crystal will be driven by the thin film transistor. TFT are tiny switching transistor and capacitors. This is a combination of capacitor and the stray capacitance of the liquid crystal is the resultant capacitance. They are arranged in a matrix on a glass substrate. Each pixel is activated directly. Pixels have 4 transistors, one each for red, green, blue, and one for opaqueness. This LED backlit TFT LCD display, the picture quality is very good, and it is almost near to the previous CRT picture tube. This animation is crisp and clean. This is very clean, and contrast also very high. Comparison, advantages and disadvantages of LCD. Advantages, there are many advantages. Sharpness of a LCD display is high due to the combination of the TFT and LED system, LED illumination system. High peak intensity produce very bright images, best for brightly lit environment. Screens are perfectly flat, thin with a small footprint, consume little electricity, and produce little heat. This is another very good advantage. All are very good advantages only. It's perfectly flat, that also very good advantage. The LCD display unit is very light and can be put anywhere or moved anywhere in the house. No flicker and low glare reduce eye strain. In case of the CRT, there is the change in the frame that causes this eye strain. So all these six are the very advantages of the LCD: sharpness, brightness, perfectly flat, consume little electricity, this is very light and low glare. After a while, the LCD display, the sum of the pixel will die. That is the main disadvantage of the LCD display. You will see a discolored spot on a black spot on the display. The cost of LCD is considerably at a very high price. The LCD display will have slow response times. Overall response time is still slower than the CRT. The LCD display has a fixed resolution also, and this cannot be changed, dynamically changed. The viewing angle of LCD display is very limited. This is the TFT matrix driven LCD panel. The electronic circuitry schematic is shown here. So this thin film transistor is here. Those are the gate in the common condition, and the gate pulse is given on the illumination, and the video signal is given. That is, there will be the matrix like this, column wise and the row wise. So the signal, video signal is fed as shown in figure, and the TFT addressing LCD row. These are the TFT addressing LCD row, and this is the CLC, is the capacitance, state capacitance of the LCD display, and CS is the capacitor physically developed in the matrix. In the right hand side, there is the physical scheme of the pixels. Here, this TFT switch, TFT transistor is shown here. And it's a black back plane. These black patches are the pixels, and there will be a back plane which will be holding all these thin film transistor. So it will be an integrated package. So this is for the faster response. Actually, this TFT giving the faster response. Materials and fabrication of TFT. This is the very basic thing. TFT are metal insulator semiconductor field effect transistors, which are used more often as bottom gate. For gate dielectric, cadmium selenide, amorphous silicon, and polysilicon. Polysilicon is the material is used in the LCD liquid crystal display, but here in this transistor it is also made out of that. Is the cadmium selenide, amorphous silicon, and polysilicon. These three are used for gate dielectrics. Amorphous silicon, what is the advantage? Low mask count, small number of mask alignment and processing steps is the basic advantage. Amorphous silicon. And polysilicon has the higher mobility but needs to develop at low temperature processing. If it is processed at the high temperature, these properties we may not get. So is the amorphous silicon, polysilicon, and cadmium selenide at the basic composition of the gate dielectrics. and it is basically a metal insulator semiconductor. Then the remaining one is the plasma display, which is something looks to be very much off from the LCD display because this plasma thing is coming in picture. Its construction is a bit different. There will be the display electrode inside. The red one is containing, red one is a pixel arranged in that package, and is the dielectric layer is containing display electrode inside the dielectric layer. There will be the insulating layer over that is the magnesium oxide coating over that. So it is the dielectric layer one side, another side is the magnesium oxide coating. Inside there will be the display electrode, yellow are the display electrode. So this is a compound layer is formed like this, and another similar type of layer is put in the other side, and the voltage is applied between these yellow electrode at the two layers. You please look at the orientation of these electrodes. Few electrodes are horizontally oriented and the few electrodes are vertically oriented. So these are essential. These are the address electrodes. And then both sides there will be the front plate and the rear plate. These are the glass plates. So this is altogether is the construction of the plasma display panel. Working panel of plasma display is the cutaway view also shown here. This is vertically oriented, left side picture is vertically oriented, and this right side picture it is horizontally displayed. So all those things are there, similar things are there. Magnesium oxide layer, display electrode, all those are there. So typical plasma display consists of two glass plates and with parallel electrodes deposited on their surfaces. The electrodes are covered with a dielectric film. This dielectric film is in between the panels, front and back panels. The dielectric layer. The plates are sealed together with their electrodes at right angles, and the gap between the plate is filled with an inert gas mixture. That is the thing is creating the plasma. Gap between the plates is filled with an inert gas mixture. A protective magnesium oxide layer is deposited above the dielectric film. So this magnesium oxide coating and another side dielectric layer, then in between is the electrode, horizontally and vertically oriented electrodes. The role of this layer is to decrease the breakdown voltage caused by the high secondary electron emission coefficient of magnesium oxide. Because of the high dielectric constant of magnesium oxide, that is something like this alumina also have the similar property, high secondary electron emission coefficient. So very easily at a very small voltage, this breakdown occurs there. Because when this magnesium oxide layer is impacted with an electron, it will emit several numbers of electrons. Ideally for alumina, magnesium oxide, those are very high, 7 to 9 in the secondary electron emission coefficient. So these are the plasma panel. This gives very high intensity beam, but the construction is a bit complicated, and this is something different than the LCD panel, and very costly also. Plasma display panel. The same thing is shown here, how it is packed inside a plasma display. So there will be both side is a front side, there will be glass cover, back side there will be rear glass plate. Then these two electrode is the yellow things, voltage is applied between them. And at the center, the matrix is cell matrix, gases in phosphor-coated cells. Those are there. So there are the cells, and those are gas fed. Protective non-conducting layer on both sides of the cell matrix. So the potential is applied between the yellow electrodes, and there will be the breakdown at the low potential. So the beam will be produced there, and it will be mixed, and that will impinge on the glass cover on the face. So we will see the visual. We will see the visual presentation of the signal, electrical signal. Plasma display is similar to OLED in that it emits its own light to produce RGB colors. And that is another difference between the LCD and the plasma display. Is it can emit light to produce RGB color. Cells containing xenon and neon gases emit light when charged. When electric field is applied, that time it will be ionized, and it will give the color out of it. So in the construction, once again it is shown, this electrodes, cover glass, then is the rear glass plate, and at the middle there is the gases in phosphor-coated cells. In addition, there will be the protective layer at both sides. So this is the constructional feature of the plasma display, which is a bit costly. Thank you.